talking about kingdom friendship and why friendship is important. Closer towards the end, Anaya will chime in and give her opinion on friendship and why friendship is important and tips and things like that. But I felt like this video was definitely needed in today's time because I feel like the world misunderstands friendship, and I feel like we need to really talk about why friendship is important. So one of my first tips is having good biblical Christian friends, why they're important, especially on this Christian walk, because it's so easy to stray back the other way. So you need some good Christian friends who's grounded in the word, who's going to hold you accountable and let you know when you are straying away, or vice versa. You need to be able to do that for them. So I think that's very, very important, because if you have a friend who is, into worldly things, they're gonna, not on purpose, but they're gonna try to get you to do worldly things. Let's say if you're struggling with drinking and you have a friend who's into worldly things, well, guess what? If they're going out to the club and they're drinking and stuff, they're probably going to encourage you or entice you to drink as well. And if you're try not to do that, why put yourself in that environment? So I feel like you need those good Christian friends who can be like, they're not going to put you in that type of environment. They're going to have you doing Bible study, or y'all may go out to eat, or you just won't be at a late night setting to where drinking comes up. And then they know your struggles, so they'll also help you stay accountable, and they'll do everything in their power to make sure that they don't put you in that situation. Another one is because they can give you great biblical advice. Of course, you need to seek God at all times on your own, but it's so beneficial to have friends who can give you godly advice, because worldly advice can take you back down the wrong path. If you're talking to a friend, who is, like I said, into worldly things, they can just be like, oh no, well, do this, do that, do this, and the word ain't say nothing about doing that and this and that. So we need to be grounded in the word. We need to do what the word says. So that's another important reason why we need good Christian friends, because they're gonna go to that Bible and be like, hey, this is what you probably should do. Of course we have our own free will, but they'll back it up with scripture. One of my other points too is they can tell you when you're wrong, but in a loving way. Sometimes our worldly friends, they don't know how to have that confidence to let you know when you're wrong, and we need that. Like, He convicts us. We need those friends that's gonna help push that. We need that. Like, we can't walk around here thinking we know everything and we're always right. Like, we need to be corrected. We need that conviction. So I think that's one of the biggest tips too. Like, tell me when I'm wrong, because if you're my friend and you can't tell me when I'm wrong, then we really shouldn't be friends, because you're gonna have me out here looking crazy because you agreeing with everything I'm saying. We're different people, so that just isn't a good look either. And one of my last points is they don't rush you into making a decision. And this one hit home for me because over the last week or two, I had really been struggling with something, and my close friend, I won't mention her name in the video, but she really was like, you don't have to make a decision today, even tomorrow, even 2 years down the road. She was like, just allow God to work. Like, allow him to I'm sorry, I went blank, y'all. Allow him to show you what to do, but you don't have to make a decision right now. And they even broke it down like God doesn't rush you, and he doesn't. Like, God is, he has patience, long suffering, all these things. So why would I want to be rushed to make a decision? Because I know sometimes when we have worldly friends and something happened in your life, they're like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, you don't need to stand for this, you don't need to stand for that. And it's like, no, like, give me time, pray for me, ask God to help me make the right decision so I can make the right decision, but don't force me into it and don't rush me into it. And I think that's a really big factor to look at too. I'm gonna let Anaya chime in for a few minutes and then I'll come back. So Anaya, what are some tips you feel as though are good for friendships?
you don't want to talk about the other friend to that friend.
That's
and,
good.
And then you don't want to go tell the other friend that they was talking about you, because then it's going to be a big situation and you're not going to know what actually happened.
That's real good. That is so true, because it's just like going back and forth. He say, she say, so you don't know who said what. And I will tell y'all, like my daughter, when it comes to friends, she is awesome. Like, I just have to brag on her. She is amazing. One day I was in my room and she was on the phone with one of her friends. I mean, she wasn't paying me no attention. She probably didn't even know I was listening. And one of her friends was talking about the other. And she just flat out told this friend, y'all, she was like, we not going to talk about her. And I'm talking about shut the whole conversation down. Yeah, I couldn't have been more proud of her, because now I know she's understanding how important friendship is and how it's supposed to work. And she's also using some of that biblical wisdom. Like, we shouldn't be going back and forth talking about each other. Like, all our words should be good and helpful. If they not, then we don't need to even be saying nothing. So I think that is so good. Do you got any more tips?
Don't be jealous if the other person make a new friend, because that's just gonna start drama with the person that made the new friend, and they gonna think that you was talking about them.
I think that's good too, because then when jealousy comes into the friendship, it kind of ruins it. So we should allow our friends to make other friends and be okay with that. There's nothing wrong with having more than one friend. Do you got anything to say about friendship?
No.
Well, he's still working on learning, but we definitely hope that some of these tips can help y'all. And again, all these tips, they can go back and forth, like you doing for your friend doing for you. That's the importance of a friendship. Is a give and take relationship. And sometimes you actually, more than likely, most of the time, you're going to be giving more than you're receiving. And that's a blessing within itself. But I just encourage y'all to find y'all some good, positive Christian friends that can, again, tell you when you're wrong. They can uplift you when you're feeling down. You know, they can encourage you. They can give you biblical advice. I just think all these things will help you on your journey in life and your walk with Christ. You sure you ain't got nothing to say? Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and get off of here. We hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and we hope that you take some of these tips into heart. And don't be afraid to leave us a comment if we left out something or if you want to add something. But we really, really appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for taking the time out to listen to us. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye.